Nepal and Zimbabwe entered into the diplomatic relation on 27th November 1984. Since then, the two countries have maintained very cordial relationships, though the bilateral trade and economic relation has been very less in all these years. But at the same time, it means there is a lot of opportunities also. Just to give a small glimpse, Nepal is in the Asia, South Asian country, and Zimbabwe is the African country. When we talk about the population, it's almost half of Nepal, and our economic size is also a little bit similar. Nepal has 42 nowadays, we say 42 billion USD, and Zimbabwe has 29, around 30 billion USD. And per capita GDP, Zimbabwe has a little bit more, 1800, and Nepal has 1250. Now the new census, new budget has said a little bit more than that. Nepal exports garments, carpets, pulses, handicrafts, tea, whereas Zimbabwe exports tobacco, gold, platinum, diamonds, nickel. It's very rich in mines and mineral industry. Zimbabwe is the member of WTO. Nepal is also the member of WTO. It's in COMESA, AU, SADC, and all these regional platforms. Nepal is in SHARC, BIMSTEC, all these regional platforms. So without further any delay, just keeping after these glimpses, I would like to call AIDIA founder Sunil KCG to give our welcome remarks.
Thank you, Kubirji, for the introduction. So first of all, let me congratulate His Excellency Ms. Stella Nkomo on being appointed as the non-resident ambassador of Zimbabwe to Nepal yesterday. And I wish you all the best for your tenure, Excellency. And let me welcome everyone in today's second roundtable meeting on Nepal-Zimbabwe economic partnership to my colleagues here from various walks of life. And we regularly host the foreign ambassadors visiting Kathmandu. And this is the second time we are hosting Zimbabwe ambassador in Kathmandu. First we hosted in July 30, 2018 with the Ambassador Ranga, who was on a private visit to Nepal. But Excellency Stella is the first official ambassador who is in Nepal, and she is the first ambassador to present credential to our Honorable President of Nepal. And I believe that with her appointment as ambassador, the relationship will take in a next phase during her tenure. And I wish that AIDIA and the Embassy of Zimbabwe will cooperate in the economic sectors, basically. This is what we do from AIDIA, and we facilitate the trade diplomacy and also organized the visit of the delegations. So a couple of activities which we'll carry together with Excellency, and I'm particularly happy to welcome her, and I was also happy to make her visit Patan Darbar Square, Bhaktapur Darbar Square, then the Monkey Temple, which she liked and appreciated, and hoping that in days to come, she will come so frequent to Kathmandu so that our engagement will increase and we could further strengthen our bilateral economic cooperation as well as the political cooperation. This is what we believe, and in today's world we are in the digital economy, so that we could do certain engagements with Zimbabwe, and also Zimbabwe can do some engagements with Nepal. This is how we invited our distinguished business friends to have a face-to-face interaction with you, Excellency, and I also wish that you also have a face-to-face interaction with them so that you could understand the economy of Nepal and they could understand the economy of Zimbabwe. This is how we can develop our relationship. Once again, thank you, Excellency, for your time in a very, very short notice. And now I will ask Kubirji to start engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunilji. Now we'll request Peter Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of Republic of Zimbabwe to India and Nepal now, since yesterday, to present his remark. I think there is a video that you want to play first, then you want to give your remark.
Thank you. So, yes, thank you for inviting Excellency, and we thank Mr. Sunil for that. And in terms of the program, we had requested that there will be a video will be played first, and thereafter Excellency would make her remarks. So we would request that if it's ready, the video can be played. Thank you.
Welcome to Zimbabwe, your ultimate investment destination. Zimbabwe is land-linked through the North-South corridor, which connects the Southern African countries, perfectly placed to levitate your business to a higher level. Invest in Zimbabwe, where transport infrastructure upgrades and modern telecommunication systems are making it easier to trade in Southern Africa and the rest of the world. Led by His Excellency Dr. AIDIA Mnangagwa, with his goal to make Zimbabwe an upper middle class society by 2030, Zimbabwe is truly open for business. Be part of a growing economy with a fast-growing GDP, where development and progress can be seen throughout the land. Investing in Zimbabwe means growing with an economy with one of the richest and most valuable natural resources, its beautiful, peaceful climate, rich biodiversity, highly exportable, loving, resilient, and well-educated labor force. Invest where sound, efficient, market-based policies are in place, which support long-term planning and investment, ensuring a conducive environment for attracting global and domestic capital. Such sound policies uphold the rule of law and provide a stable and fair legal, tax, and regulatory framework, making Zimbabwe your preferred investment destination. Through the Zimbabwe Investment and Development Agency Act and other investor-friendly legislation, Zimbabwe guarantees property rights and investment freedom that put your interests first. Through ZIDA's one-stop investment services centers, you can get access to turnkey solutions designed to easily set up in any venture in Zimbabwe. Invest in agriculture, including medicinal cannabis, or tourism, renewable energy, and our vibrant ICT industry. Invest in education, where our top-class universities, tertiary institutions, equipped with innovation hubs, are creating breakthroughs in science and technology. With Zimbabwe poised to become Africa's largest steel producer, you can take advantage of up and downstream business opportunities. ZIDA continues to work with the investor in order to make their dreams a reality through many structured arrangements such as private-public partnerships and special economic zone status for eligible entities that provide long-term shareholder value. We envisage macroeconomic stability to continue under two phases of our national development strategies, NDS-1 and NDS-2, towards a prosperous and empowered upper middle income society by 2030. And when all is said and done, let the call of the wild in our tourism sector guide you. Listen to the towering roar of the mighty Victoria Falls, expansive game reserves, and breathtaking scenery that proves we are indeed a tourist destination of choice. Zimbabwe is where investors unearth potential, a destination of dreams where love radiates from 16 million smiles and lasting memories are created. Our beautiful Zimbabwe. Invest in Zimbabwe. Invest today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peter. Wow, it's a wonderful morning in Nepal, a beautiful country. I must say that I feel so honored today to be in the presence of a wonderful, warm, hospitable people like you. It's really a great honor and a privilege. And more so, to have such a high, powerful meeting hosted on behalf of our two countries a day after the presentation of my credentials. I think it is really an icing on the cake. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to recognize and honor Mr. Sunil Casey, the founder of the Institute of Diplomacy and International Affairs and the president of the Executive Committee of the Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Also allow me to recognize you, chamber members here present, and the members of the media that I see, everyone around, ladies and gentlemen, it's a good morning to you all. Allow me to first of all express my profound thanks and appreciation to you, sir, Mr. Sunil Casey, for organizing this event and inviting members of your institution as well as members of the Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Nepalese business community to participate in this interaction. May I also, on behalf of my friend and colleague, Mr. Peter Hopwane, who's also the Deputy Head of Mission, take this opportunity to once again thank you for the lovely tour of iconic cultural and religious sites in the city of Kathmandu and its surrounding districts, including UNESCO heritage sites for me on Sunday when I arrived, that you organized. That was so kind of you, and I really appreciate. I think when they say that when you want to penetrate the heart of a person, take them away from a business setting. For a business setting like this, it's so choreographed and so straightforward. But when you take me out, you then begin to understand me more. You begin to see the things that I like. And I thank you so much, say, for that opportunity. And I also had an opportunity to understand Nepal from a deeper perspective. And if I can just digress and share my moments with Madame when I was coming here and was asking me, how are you finding Nepal? I said, I feel the authorities, especially in the tourism sector, are not doing so well. Because when you arrive here, you only arrive, at least let me speak for myself, thinking and talking about Mount Everest. But when you arrive at this city, you are hit by so much beauty and wonderful tourism establishments, and you begin to say, no matter what, this is not my last time to visit this country, I'm going to come back again. You really have a beautiful country, and I think you deserve a good round of applause for that. Regarding today's event, I have come to understand the reason why this is called the second round meeting on business, trade and investment opportunities for Nepalese in Zimbabwe. It is because you had a similar engagement which took place with one of my predecessors, Ambassador Maxwell Ranga, after you had generously extended an invitation to him to visit Kathmandu for an interactive session with the Nepalese business community. I really feel honored that I'm the second ambassador to come here to Nepal, but above all, I think it is really a humbling moment for me because I'm the first Zimbabwean ambassador to be fully accredited, and yesterday signified my official tour of duty, which means that Nepal is really my second home. I'm resident in India, but from now on, nothing stops me from coming here because I'm supposed to be part and parcel of Nepal for the coming for 4 years. So I'm really grateful for that. With those welcome remarks, I will pause before I then delve into the investment climate in Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Excellency. So, Excellency will now go into, you watched the video, but she will now go into a bit more detail on what you saw in the video in terms of investment opportunities in Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Thank you so much, but also allow me to thank you so much, Sir, for that synopsis, which really gave a bird's eye view of the economic side of my country, and it did put things into perspective. Zimbabwe, as you have already seen from the video, ladies and gentlemen, is situated centrally in the heart of Central Africa, making the country strategically located in Southern Africa's transport corridors and well connected to both the SADC and COMESA regional countries through effective road, rail, and air transport networks, making it a natural hub for trade and logistics. But beyond its geography, Zimbabwe's true wealth lies in its people, in its resources, and in its vision. And what is this Zimbabwe's vision? It is to become an upper middle income society by 2030, and I must say that my government back home, they are making good strides to ensure that we realize that vision, which is now 5 years away from now. And this vision is underpinned by the National Development Strategy 1 and 2, which focuses on value addition, infrastructure development, and industrialization. And allow me to speak briefly about value addition, beneficiation, and infrastructure development. As I will show you, we are a country endowed with natural resources when it comes to minerals. And one of our strategic focus now is on mineral beneficiation and value addition, because we believe that in terms of the extractive industry, we are doing so well. But to give our economy a boost, we need to focus on value addition and mineral beneficiation. My country is undergoing dynamic economic transformation and has a stable investment framework, abundant natural resources, and a government firmly committed to implementing ease of doing business reforms and business facilitations. And meetings such as these that we have today, when we are having our interactive sessions, they also give us more insight into how we can further revise and revamp our ease of doing business. We may not always know how it is like to do business with Zimbabwe from a Nepalese point of view, but it is such engagements that give us a bird's eye view of what we need to do. And I must say that my government back home is very responsive, and if we give them suggestions from such families, they are taken into considerations. So be rest assured that our interactions today, they are not just a talk show, but they are critical components in revamping and fine-tuning our ease of doing business. We are home to more than 60 known minerals, which include, of course, golds, rare earth elements, yes, we have those, diamonds, platinum, coal, and the new kid on the block, lithium. You know, these days, everywhere you go, we talk about electric. Lithium is a critical element for electric vehicle batteries. With increasing global demand for energy transition minerals, this presents an opportunity for the country to become a key supplier of value-added lithium concentrates to meet the growing global demand. The mining sector contributed over 13% of GDP in 2023 and has the capacity to generate 12 billion annual, ladies and gentlemen. There are several greenfield and brownfield projects Beneficiation, like I said, that in the mining value chain, we are mostly focusing on mineral beneficiation and value addition, which presents an opportunity for collaboration, while its business opportunities lie in the supplying of mining machinery and chemicals used in the mining sector. There are huge business and investment opportunities in retooling, exploration, extraction, and beneficiation in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, as you already know as business people, is an agro-based economy. And its agriculture supports over 60% of Zimbabwe's population, and in good agricultural season can contribute up to 18% of the GDP. So agriculture and the mining sector, they occupy the top spots when it comes to contributions to GDP. And with fertile soils and a favorable climate and a government-backed initiatives, Zimbabwe is ripe for investment in horticulture, irrigation systems, agro-processing, dairy, fertilizer production, livestock rearing. The list is endless. You have the ideas on how you can come into the agricultural space, and this meeting is supposed to bring those ideas to the table. Also, another interesting sector is the energy sector. Zimbabwe's energy demand has grown due to increased productivity in mining, agriculture, and manufacturing demands of the fourth industrial revolution. To realize its 2030 vision of becoming an upper middle income society, Zimbabwe will require an additional more than 4,000 megawatts of electricity. And on Sunday, I think Seth spoke so much about your hydro potential, and I kept on telling him that we have an energy deficit as we are focusing on improving the mining sector, the agricultural sector, and manufacturing. Obviously, what it means is that demand for energy increases. So we are open to investment in that space. So we are looking for potential investors to come and invest in power generation plants as individual power producers, selling the power directly to various intensive energy users, such as miners and big mining agricultural farms. Independent power producers are encouraged with incentives, such as tax exemptions, profit repatriation, and government guarantees. Zimbabwe has potential to generate solar energy of about 109 gigawatts, making it one of the best solar investment destinations on the continent. In Zimbabwe, solar, wind, and hydroelectric power have immense untapped potential. Investors can capitalize on this growing demand for clean energy by participating in enabling projects that support the development of the renewable infrastructure. I think from the video you saw a large solar farm. So the government is really focusing on those, and we are looking for investors to come and set up some solar farms and generate power and contribute to energy usage in my country. In my interactions with some members of the Nepalese business community since my arrival, I've come to understand that Nepal is a powerhouse in electricity generation. It is a net supplier of electricity to neighboring countries that include India and Bangladesh. And if I'm not mistaken, and I do stand to be corrected, I think I was reading somewhere where I saw that Nepal has a potential of 40,000 megawatts generation. That is huge. So really you can control the majority of the value chains in countries with that kind of potential. Above indicated opportunities for electricity generation in Zimbabwe across the hydro, solar, and thermal sectors provide opportunities for Nepalese who want to expand their operations to Zimbabwe and a gateway to other Southern African countries, as the region currently has a substantial power deficit. power deficit is not just synonymous with Zimbabwe, ladies and gentlemen. If you find your gateway to Zimbabwe, you are assured that even the other countries, our neighbors, also are grappling with power deficit. We have a critical power shortage that we need boosting from investors and experienced people like yourselves. The manufacturing sector offers numerous investment opportunities to interested investors. There are wide-ranging prospects in textile and garment production, electronics, assemble, consumer goods, and industrial chemicals manufacture. Nepalese businesses can collaborate with Zimbabwean businesses through technology transfer or in regional production networks for mutual growth in regional markets. With a young tech-savvy population and a growing mobile penetration rate, Zimbabwe is poised for a digital leap. Areas of opportunity include fintech, e-commerce, software development, and telecommunications infrastructure. I think we all know that now we talk about the fourth industrial revolution, fifth industrial revolution, where the economies of the future are going to be dependent largely on technology. And therefore, we are also looking for investors in that space. Distinguished participants, Zimbabwe's roads, railways, and airports are being modernized with the renovation of our major airport. Given its central location, Zimbabwe serves as a trade gateway to the region, making investments in transport and logistics highly lucrative. Through the Zimbabwe Investment Development Agency, I think you saw the video, ZIDA, the government offers a streamlined one-stop investment services center, simplifying the process for both domestic and foreign investors. You can own 100% of your business. You can benefit from tax holidays. You can also benefit from duty-free imports on capital equipment and full repatriation of your profits. Zimbabwe is not just looking or seeking for investors. We are looking for partners who bring not only capital, but also innovation, skills, and long-term vision. Zimbabwe is not merely a place to invest, it is a place to grow, to innovate, and to part of the African continental story of transformation. In Zimbabwe, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, you will find more than just restraints, you will find the future. We believe we are the future. So today I invite you to unlock Zimbabwe. Join us in shaping an inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous future for our people, both Nepalese and Zimbabweans at large. As we say, anchored by our mantra of the Second Republic, which our president is very much passionate about, Zimbabwe is open to business. And on Sunday, I was explaining to the chairman that I speak more of the business language than the political language because I come from the business side. I have experiences with the various chambers, the chambers of commerce back home, and I used to work before my appointment in a trade and investment promotion company back home as an executive there. So my focus here in my areas of accreditation is to unlock economic value. As you rightfully said, we have had excellent political relations since 1984 when we had our diplomatic relations ratified. But now, Chairman and ladies and gentlemen, it is a time to use the good political relations to spur trade and economic relations. And it is such platforms that I'm so passionate about, for they signify a significant leap into that journey of unlocking value. We need to turn around the trade statistics between our countries. They are very insignificant. We cannot talk about them in public. They are so insignificant. But I believe this is an opportunity to unlock that. With these few remarks, thank you sincerely, Mr. Chairman, your executive, and your esteemed members. Between myself and Mr. Peter, we will be very much happy to deal with any inquiries and questions that you might have. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, for highlighting the opportunities that are in front of us. Now we'll have one round of introduction, then we'll start interaction. So we'll start from that line. There is microphone. Please introduce yourself. Then we'll complete the introduction round. Then we'll start in interaction.
Thank you very much. This is Lakshman Bahadur Basnet. I am retired government officer, and now I am associated with AIDIA. I was involved in the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Commerce also in earlier when I was in the job. It came to our notice that the opportunity in the Zimbabwe is very high, and now the Nepalese people are also interested to invest in the outside of the country. So recently the government has already partially opened to invest outside of the country, So I hope
transport, which Your Excellency just very well, highlighted. And the main thing for doing business or having connections with business or for investment, I think logistics plays a very important role. And then the ease of doing business is another. I have worked in different chambers of commerce. At the moment, I'm a fellow with the AIDIA, with Mr. Sunil, as well as a General Secretary of the Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce, but I also serve as with the World Bank as a trade and transport consultant, and I work with other development partners like UNSCEP and International Trade Center for developing trade in Nepal. So I think there is a very interesting message that you have given, and there is a scope where we can have a simulation with each other and make things happen for the better. Thank you.
Good morning, namaste. I am Sudhimna Upadhyay. I am associated with the insurance industry, and I am CEO of Sanima GIC Insurance Limited. My domain is completely different than others. My is in insurance. So in terms of insurance, African continent and Nepal have a very good relationship in insurance and reinsurance domain. So your neighboring country like Zambia, we are working very closely in insurance sector. Zimbabwe, yes, but very less. So on your tenure on these 4 years, we have to have good relationship regarding reinsurance also, because we have relationship with other countries in Africa. So the reputation of reinsurance companies who are supporting to Nepal market for insurance business is a lot. So we appreciate from the continent what support we are getting, and Zambia should be one of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Dharmendra Kumar Jha. I am the Director in Public Procurement Monitoring Office, working under the Office of Prime Ministers and Council of Ministers. My profession is highway engineers. I am very glad to know that the video I have seen the transport infrastructure, so many development people done in the Zambia. So we should share some knowledge and experiences regarding transport infrastructure with each other, so that the transport infrastructure index will be growth by leaps and bounds, so that transport infrastructure is the backbone of all the infrastructure. So we should share our learning. Thank you.
Good morning, Excellency. Welcome to Nepal. So nice to see you here this morning. I'm Jay Nishant. I head an independent think tank called Nepal Democracy Foundation. Also, I teach international business. So your presentation had a lot to do with the potential investments in Zimbabwe that I could relate very easily. So looks like we can have a very meaningful and productive conversation today. And I wish you a very good stay in Nepal.
Good morning, Excellency and my other friends. I am Navneet Gupta from CEO of National Insurance Company Limited, Nepal Operations. It is the Government of India undertaking and the oldest one in this Nepal market. Madam, the beauty of your video was that in a very small video of some minutes, you highlighted all the possibilities, investment possibilities, whether it is mining sector, whether it is agriculture, or especially tourism sector, what can be done in Zimbabwe. And one day I was having interaction with our President Sunil sir. Then we highlighted the importance of tourism. And here also in this video, you also highlighted the same tourism sector. And as I am from India, recently you also might know there was a meeting of President with all the chief ministers of the state in Niti Aayog some days ago. In that meeting, our Prime Minister also highlighted, and he told every chief minister to pick up a one tourist spot in your state, because it is the most emerging sector nowadays. And beauty of this sector is also that government has to do almost nothing. They have to make the planning only. And suddenly private sector will come and they will do everything. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Good morning, madam. My name is Gaurav Dewan. I belong to the hydropower sector. I have commissioned one project and one is under construction right now. And like you mentioned, so many things, the incentives that the government is giving, like 100% ownership and tax holiday. So these are very, it's very, how do I put it? It's mouth-watering for people, for business people. So hopefully we can come up with something. And like I said, I belong to the, the hydro sector. So renewable energy is also in the radar. So hopefully we can come up with something like solar. So that's something that, struck me. Thank you.
Good morning, Her Excellency. I am Anand Rumta. I am mainly from the trading sector. Trading, okay, mainly in the steel sector, I produce. And lot of steel, and we are doing all the type of steel trading. Thank you very much.
My name is Binay Upadhyay. I am the designated honorary consul of Uganda to Nepal. I am involved in real estate, construction and hospitality. I wish all the best for your tenure and stay, Madam Excellency. Thank you.
Namaste, Your Excellency, and all participating friends here. I am Rajendra Giri, Honorary Consul of Ethiopia. I have been working for government reform and side by side with business promotion. As my experience with our business promotion, I just request private sector to private sector. This collaboration will be the best one. If we go with G2G or G2B, with that one will be always with the government like Nepal. The very much uncertain this political scenario will directly affect if we partnership with the government to private sector. And their informal sector is very much powerful and very much playing a role by the informal sector. Then if we go with the government partnership, then we cannot really entertain the informal sector. And then we lose our competitiveness. That's why it's better people-to-people relation, as you just started our relation with Zimbabwe, with our honorary consulate and this this diplomatic relation. I think First, if we really encourage our investor to visit the Zimbabwe, and just your presentation is very good, but to get the confidence to investment, they need to understand deeply other things. In that case, if we really have good exposure there, and if people from your end also come and have very good understanding what real business need different requirement, if they have a deeper understanding of that one, I think that will be really promote as your aspiration and your initiation to promote both collaboration of both country. I just wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Good morning, His Excellency and friends. I'm Kiran Malla. I'm a professionally engineer, honorary consul of Armenia. My business area is hydropower construction and development. By the way, I had a friend in Norway, in Norwegian Technical University. Mr. Kombe was there from Zimbabwe. That time he was there in hydropower planning and development course. I'm really interested to know the possibility or involvement in hydropower construction and development in Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Good morning, Namaste. I'm Sunil Paudel. I'm working in Department of Electricity Development. It's government department, and we facilitate private sector, basically an energy sector. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Kadam Kisi. We are mainly in hydropower development and construction. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. First of all, I would like to congratulate to be the non-resident ambassador of Nepal from Zimbabwe. Luckily, I had an opportunity to visit Harare in 2018, and it is one of the beautiful country in Africa. So, as you gave the message to all about the investment opportunity in Zimbabwe in different sector, so it is your starting. I hope it will take the final destination and will achieve very fruitful result. And once again, thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nirav Gyawali. So I work as Investment Board of Nepal, which is similar like AIDIA. So I work in the capacity of legal and institutional development expert. So like before coming into this program, before speaking here, I had a look into like how ZEDA and Zimbabwe government is actually implementing the public-private partnership projects, and there has, I can read that there has already been some successful projects like expressway projects, bridge projects, and so forth. So I'm really looking forward to learn from each other, as we both Nepal and Zimbabwe can be considered as an emerging market, and there are like complexity of its own, so we can learn from each other. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency and my respected friends. My name is Bikram Gautam. I am involved in construction and tourism business. Thank you.
Good morning, Our Excellency. I am Vikas Gautam. I am involved in construction field and tourism field. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I'm Gaurav Tiwari. I am mostly involved in finance and trading activities in Nepal. Thank you.
Namaste, good morning. By profession, I'm a journalist. My name is Kamal Depatre. Now I lead the Annapurna Express in Delhi.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I am retired Brigadier General Ramchandra Khatri, a former military attaché of Nepal to India, 2021 to 24. Fortunately, I met many defense attaches from South African countries in India. And in addition of that, even your defense advisor, I still remember his name, Group Captain Donald Mofu. I think he's still there in Delhi. So I frequently used to talk to many defense attaches from South African countries. And fortunately, I have spent my 4 years of active life in African soils as a part of UN peacekeepers in 4 different peacekeeping missions, Liberia, Congo, and Sudan. So I wish you all the best for your successful tenure in Delhi, as what we did in India also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste. Good morning. My name is Sushil Khatkar. Sorry, I came a little bit late, so I did not see the initial part. But anyway, when I was studying in the US, I had a lot of friends from Zimbabwe, so I know the country very well, and the Zimbabwean friends. My field is we work into recycling, climate finance. So I did not see that in the presentation, but I think we can do something. We're doing a lot of works in Nepal. In terms of solid waste management, and recently we are working very closely with the Nepal government to fulfill their NDCs. The government of Nepal just like a week or last week itself, they have amended their third NDCs. So there is a way we can work. And the thing is, whenever we talk about NDC, it's the business that matters, because the government itself cannot do much. So so I wish you all the best for your successful tenure, and we hope to see some fruitful collaborations in the coming days. Thank you.
Good morning, Excellency. I'm Susila Shrestha. Professionally, I'm a defense lawyer, and now I'm working as a personal secretary of National Assembly member Honorable Dr. Anjan Sakya. Thank you.
Namaste, Your Excellency. Myself, Marshal Rathore. I'm a Deputy Director at Nepal-India Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I hope you have a very wonderful time here in Nepal. Actually, as our Lakshman sir has also mentioned, that the Nepal government has opened partially for the investment outside Nepal for Nepalese private sector. So I hope that there will be a very fruitful partnership in the future ahead. So I wish you a very good luck. Thank you.
Namaste. I am Kosras Bedi from Sarathi Equity Fund. Thank you.
Hello. Namaste. I am Raji Podal from Sarathi Equity Fund Group.
Thank you. Thank you for this round of introduction. Now, if there is any particular question or any suggestion, since there's already Our Excellency also mentioned and our participants also mentioned, there are a lot of areas where we can collaborate. Investment, knowledge exchange, mining, agriculture, hydropower, there are so many similarities. So I think if you have any questions, any queries or any suggestions to Her Excellency, or Her Excellency also can elaborate on the questions that have arisen here.
Well, there are many opportunities I could see, but what we can focus between Zimbabwe and Nepal, my expertise is hydropower. So that's why I think if you elaborate more in hydropower, that would be good. Hydropower? Yes, please.
I think I'm loud enough right now. It's okay, I don't need a mic. I was, wondering, because, there are a lot of, regional initiatives that Nepal is taking part with. And then we are struggling here in order to have regional trade, increase the bilateral trade with the neighboring countries as well as the sub-region as well with others. And since, Zimbabwe is also land-linked, Nepal is also similarly land-linked. We are fed up of calling ourselves as landlocked now. So we recently started being a little bit positive in saying that, with the Silk Road and the Belt and Road Initiative and other things that are coming, and then with the access that we can give to India for meeting with other countries and all that. So we are planning to, initiate with a good mindset of saying that we are land-linked. And so, there's a lot of sharing of information that is needed between the two countries, because you have a very unique experience being landlocked or land-linked, and then, having relations of regional trade and others, where Nepal is still struggling. So I think we need to work on the logistics side, and then on the what type of provisions that you have been making for increasing your regional trade there, and what Nepal should also move forward. So if we have a sort of get together between some traders with the government agencies and the private sectors of Nepal and the Zimbabwean, government as well as the private sector, somewhere in a very strategic place like Delhi or somewhere like that. And then, in a cost-sharing basis, and then if we can exchange ideas, I think that will really be very helpful also. And then, that will give confidence to the private sectors on the inner difficulties that might occur when you're working with the government. Nepal also is opening, private sector investments, and then we are trying to attract foreign investment. A lot of foreign investment is coming in paper, but it is not realizing. And there is a reason why it is not also, because there is some problem that are coming up. Government is very committed, private sector is very committed, everybody says we need foreign investment. Yeah, there are people that are coming also. There are big events that are being made, but actual investment is not coming and things are not happening. So, we need to get into the core of it, and I think we can do that only with people-to-people connectivity. And that is something missing because of the distance between Nepal and Zimbabwe. And I hope, during your tenure, you will be able to bridge that difference together. Thank you.
Excellency, you explained a lot about the areas and investment climate in Zimbabwe, and I'm also keen to know what about the prospect of investment from Zimbabwe to Nepal.
Any more? So, Your Excellency, first in this first round, I think you have enough queries, so you can explain. Then, if there are more queries, then we'll continue.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will start off with the one which I consider to be the easiest, the business engagements, because that one is very much close to my heart, and I'm passionate about that, linking of the Nepalese business people with their Zimbabwean counterparts. You said it very well. I had to jump some of the sessions of my presentations because I normally want my presentations to be short and crisp, and then I prefer more of these interactions. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about within my presentation, first, number one, is that I believe after this this engagement, we could then find an institutional framework in which we can link your Chamber of Commerce with the Zimbabwean Chambers of Commerce first and foremost, and see how the two or all the chambers in Nepal and in Zimbabwe can collaborate. Then it will be easier to organize trade delegations, to organize business meetings, or even to participate in international trade expos that the different countries organize. In Zimbabwe, we have one such international exhibition, which is called the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, which attracts participation from all over the world. But most importantly, it brings all the strategic companies, government agencies under one roof, so that when we are prospecting for investment opportunities, it is easier. And it is those such events that I will be sharing extensively with your chairman and the executive team for you to participate in, for you to even join in. And nowadays, when we organize these international conferences, there is an option to join online. And I will also be keen to ensure that at least we organize a round table, a virtual round table with your Zimbabwean counterparts, where I will bring the strategic people. We will dissect the investment climate in Zimbabwe, and they will be able to tackle all your queries, people from ZIDA, people from the commerces, people from the legal side, people from government. So I really look forward to those kinds of engagements. Thank you so much for that. Coming to hydro, you will recall that in my presentation, I said that we have about 4,000 megawatts potential. And that potential is found on the Zambezi River. The Zambezi River is up north, and there is what we call the 7 gorges that have been discovered that there is so much hydropower generation potential there. So in terms of entering that space, we have, just like I think it's you say, who comes from the electricity generation company. Yeah, it's you. We do have our own Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority company that is responsible for the generation and distribution of electricity back home. And before I came here, I used to sit in that board. And I know that, yes, I used to sit in the ZESA board. So we were looking for partners such as yourselves to get into joint ventures to generate power. We've got a good case study in thermal generation with our Indian and Chinese counterparts. So there is an opportunity for you, number one, to enter into a joint venture with our the electricity supply authority, that is our ZESA company. But beyond that, we encourage independent power producers. And there is a framework that allows you that once you have established yourself, you can sell directly to consumers of intense usage, such as miners and farmers. Or you can, if there is also another opportunity to opt to sell via the electricity supply authority. So there is an opportunity for joint ventures, there is an opportunity for partnerships, but there is an opportunity to be an independent power producer and take advantage of that 4,000 megawatt generation capacity that is already in existence. But beyond the hydropower, we are also encouraging the renewable, because we are not awash with water, we are land linked, and we always experience, we are prone to El Nino induced droughts where our Zambezi value of water levels, they drop drastically, making it very difficult to generate electricity. So our main focus now is on renewables, because like I said, we have abundant solar and wind energy potential back home. But for
4,000 capacity or requirement you're talking? 4,000 megawatts?
It is
2030?
No.
Is it hydropower potential altogether?
Yes, that's the hydropower potential on the Zambezi.
4,000 Nepal got, you got 4,000.
You've got 40,000, we've got 4,000, because mainly it is from the Zambezi River.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. But for a granular detail, if you are really interested, outside this meeting, I will link you up with, I'll get your card, and I will link you up with somebody from our electricity supply authority. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Your Excellency. One last question, then we'll head towards breakfast, and in breakfast also we can have informal
There
discussion.
was also this other question, if I can, so that I do justice to the investment of Zimbabwe to potential, to Nepal. That is the reason we are here. We are also looking for investment opportunities on behalf of our business people. That is the reason we are here. And I think we have had the different sectors that there is their potential. You also have our sectors, and as well as, if I'm not mistaken, tourism. I'm not sure about your manufacturing, how big is the manufacturing sector. The Zimbabwean business people are also looking outside Zimbabwe to say, where can we put our dollars and cents?
I think you shouldn't miss e-commerce as well.
Yes.
We are rapidly, we are not supporting.
Yes.
Last question, potentially last question here. So, like, I think it's a question like a Zimbabwean ambassador can actually respond to that many other countries So like, so you're talking, during a presentation you said like there's an increment in the inequality of divide toward Zimbabwe. So how exactly you are managing the foreign exchange risk in recent days? Like I've been reading from my childhood about like currency situation in Zimbabwe, and there's a bit of volatility was evident there. So how the Zimbabwean government or a central bank is actually looking to manage the forex risk so that the investor has a confidence in investing there, because that could be a learning for us as well.
Yes. I think I have a straight answer for you there. We are a multi-currency trading system, and we trade mostly using the US dollar, which is not so much volatile to exchange rate fluctuations. Yes, last year we did introduce our own currency in April 2024, but trading remains mostly in US dollars. So you are safe there. Yeah.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Now, there's a small token of love to be presented to Your Excellency by the founder of AIDIA, Sunilji.